Okay, guys, we're gonna get this show on the road. Because this is dead serious. I'm fine. We're starting a new drawing today, guys. And I'm so excited. I have no work. Oops, I did not mean to do that. No, 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 no. I have no work. I'm free from school for 2 days. And I got a lot of things done for the missus. If you guys don't know, I'm working on her birthday gift. She knows I'm working on her birthday gift. But she doesn't know what it is, so I can't tell you guys. Because I would like to believe that she would most likely be watching the stream. Because unfortunately she's not present today. And this is not like a she's gonna be late thing. This is not like, oh, I don't know where she is right now. I am told precisely she's not gonna be able to talk today. Oh no, I just realized I don't even have my earbuds connected. Probably the world's smartest person of all time. Okay, now we're on the road. Now we are in the car, okay? We were on the road, but were we in the car? No, but now we are, okay? So what are we gonna draw today, guys? Fat dudes. Um, I was drawing, and I was just like, thinking, and the thought came to my mind. I don't exactly know why, but it did, and I'm glad that I did, because I don't want to spend another month trying to figure out what I want to draw, and then take another month to draw it. So I'm very shout out to walking and listening to music while trying to aura farm, because that is the method that you should take. I'm not so sure why I should prop up the chat because I can't see for shit. Oops, sorry, cuss word. We're a family friendly community here. I guess I'll put you guys on my. Yeah, that will work for now. It's gonna fall. My phone's gonna fall for sure. But I'm I'm not too worried about that. Um, where do I want to start this? My idea for drawing was to have it be a little different from what I usually draw, and that is drawing with dynamics and perspective. I have it in my head, I just don't exactly know how it's going to look because I am not an art student, so I don't really know the basics of perspective. What I want to draw, and I'll probably just sketch out the really shitty version of it now, the one that's like in my head, because I saw this while I was clearing out my storage. A picture of like one guy. It was a sketch that I did. One guy, he's like in the front of the picture. He's like the foreground. And then there's another guy kind of in the background. And he's just like aura farming. My freaking phone shade charm is like in the way. It's making me mad. The one in the foreground is gonna be G, who's the guy in the reference sheet. Fat dude. The other character, not so fat dude, is gonna be Bedlam. Or Valentine. And we'll see a reference of him eventually, but hi. I'm hi 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 hi. You're not here with us right now. Us as in me and the many voices in my head. LOL. But you're here in spirit. Type 1 if you're Natalie. Oh my god. Um, I wanted this picture to be like a get ready with me, but not really a get ready with me. Kind of just giving more insight to the way these two characters kind of live. It initially was going to be G brushing his teeth, because I wanted to draw something that I never have drawn before, and that is obviously people brushing their teeth. Because I don't know in what occasion you would need to draw that, right? So there's that. I'm gonna need to pull up a reference, so I may have to remove G from the reference sheet picture, but I don't know what I would have to type in to get the reference I need. Guy standing, no, bathroom counter from the bottom. Oh, and that is okay. That is Epstein. I don't need that right now. I don't think I will need that ever. Whatever. We're gonna have to ball. The original picture was not gonna be located in a bathroom or in the house. It would have just been like, oh, one of them is chilling on one end and the other is chilling on the other end. And I want there to be like, I guess, would that be how that works? Oh, yes. See, drawn lines are very important. So this would be like the ceiling, for example. I'm assuming there'd have to be a door, though. This is looking more like what I saw in my head. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. But I would assume the bedroom would probably be smaller from the camera. You probably wouldn't be leaning against the counter like this. I didn't expect him to, but I didn't know what other pose he would be in, so there's that. Now we have the big guy. I kind of want him to be more hunched over because he is definitely a person who cares not about his posture. And he's also supposed to give off like tired, I wouldn't say broken, but because broken kind of reminds me of like those gotcha girls, those gotcha princesses who's like broken, abused, doesn't know the fairy princess, wolf angel. But when I mean broken, I probably mean more like exhausted, tired, exhausted. Every other synonym that refers to being not energetic. And I want him to be looking up. So there's like this sketch. And I think I would probably want him to look more like towards the camera if I can get the eyes right. And it'd probably be more like, oh yeah, he's facing this way. No, 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 no. He's looking too far right. This way. He's looking this way, and then somewhere in this way, it's redirected that way. Like he's looking into a mirror and he's looking at Bedlam. No, I never really have drawn. I've drawn multiple people in one picture, but I've never drawn them with like more than just their portraits. And when I have drawn them beyond that, I do not make it an occasion where I have to do it in full detail. I hate drawing multiple people in one drawing in full detail. It is actually the most miserable thing for me to do. But I need to get out of my comfort zone. So we're starting with two people instead. I don't know how this is supposed to like work. Mm-mm-mm. This is kind of like the bill I want to get. That's another thing that I want to practice on, drawing like plus size people and how their physics, my physics. Is my brush like size decreasing? I do that a lot. I'll like press buttons on the side of my drawing tablet and I will just press whatever. So sometimes it's very common for me to decrease my brush size and my sketch looks completely inconsistent to what it should be. The cylinders. There we go. I'm starting to see something. I'm starting to see something that I like a lot. This is like very uh it's a little frightened to have him stare directly at me. I don't know how I feel about this one. Big arms. I may just have him look at the other way, to be honest. Or you know what? I won't draw his eyes right now. I'll get a sense of what I want to do eventually. So let's say this is like the counter. The counter, the counter, the counter. So if his I'm assuming that if his body is going in the direction of the way that the lines are going, it's probably gonna look a little different than this. So I'm gonna have to like reposition his body so that it fits with the perspective that's going on here. There we go. It looks chaotic, understandably. Cause honestly, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm just putting like colors in, colors on gray paper. I'm having fun. Type 2 for sleepy. So the way that the body's looking, can my eraser turn into my pencil? Thank you. The way that the body's looking, one, I kind of want it to be more like tilted. I don't really like it being completely parallel to the counter. The way how it's looking, the neck should be like, I don't know, about here. And the head should be like about here. Anything but actually take an anatomy, Jason. There we go. That's kind of looking right. I wouldn't say necessarily I'm fully satisfied by how it looks, but you know. That's his like arm. His arm, I want his arm to like kind of go towards the counter as if he's holding it. But the way I am not good at keeping arms fluid or loose or flexible looking. It looks like, I don't know, big meat, big meat steak, big meat steak. Oh my god, I don't know. Steak, beef, big meat stick. Yes, big meat steak. Stick. I'm just thinking of food right now, bro. Thinking of everything. It's not even like I like steak that much, anyways. I think the way to help this be not so loose is to have it bend like that. But I don't want it to bend too much where it looks like he's retracting his arm or reeling his arm back. It should look more like that. Not to mention the scale between his body and the counter is not making any sense at all. And I also don't know why this counter is so type 3. So up there. So I think I may just have to lower this. That would probably imply that this guy, he'd probably have his arm like on it, but it'd be like that. La 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 la. I don't know where to put the other arm at, but we'll say it's gonna be there for now. Type C for sleepy. I feel like maybe he needs to be more hunched over. Cause he's not like as hunched as I want him to be. I want him to like that. Yeah. 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 I'm such a poser, bro. When I draw limbs, I should be adding the joints before, but I always add the joints after, and somehow gives me the illusion that like, oh yeah, this looks good. And that probably isn't the case for one. Who's this? Maybe his head needs lower. See, all of this is just like logistics. Not logistics, but just getting the idea through and then fixing whatever's needed. I don't know why I shrunk his head. He didn't need his head to be shrunk. Alright, but I think it's about time that we get the reference up, so I'm gonna do just that. Body hunched over. Body hunching reference. Okay, so none of these are hunching. What are these people doing? Body hunching over reference. These people are worthless. Pinches, you might have just let me down with this one, yo. Ugh. Okay. God, big ass arm, yo. Probably wouldn't be that high if he's hunching over, right? He'd be closer to the counter, if I had to assume. I'm just doing a bunch of bullshit. Woohoo! I'd probably be bigger. Probably not too big, though. Maybe that's why it looked weird. It was too big. Oh my god, I'm fighting for my life with this picture. Help me! Dang. What's with me right now? Oh, I found like a picture kind of close to what I wanted, but not exactly. So let me see if I can copy this reference. What this? He's gonna be. He's just getting bigger and bigger every time I draw him. What the fuck? Maybe I don't want him hunched over. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna restart that. I'm gonna start this whole person. Well, this is like me low key like copying what I'm looking at and just like revising it until it looks one close to what I want, but two looks kind of close to the reference. Obviously, it's gonna change a lot because this is a thin model that I'm working with. I like that. I like the way that this head is facing. What's going on here? There we go. So we have that. We have like the upper body, at least. Ugh. Looks kind of yuck. I don't know why. Well, either way, it's going to change eventually. So, bing bong. Ugh. We're getting to somewhere, guys. I'm liking this. Don't mind the shitty arm. We'll figure this out. This is something. I think there's there's something going on here. There's something that's brewing. That's like a good brew. It's like cold brew. Never tried cold brew, by the way. I hate coffee. But no, undoubtedly, this is coming to something that I kind of like, and I just want to fix up a little bit here and there in like certain areas. Let's get a little big guy. Oh, maybe captors? No, captors aren't that high. A little bit actually, aren't they? I just don't know what to do with this arm, which leads me to the solution of just expanding the picture. Yes, yes. Oh, Jason, you are such a smart cookie. Oh, but then there's that problem. Because I don't want him to be fully, like, in the picture. I just want him to not be so troublesome with the other arm, which is really funny because the arm that doesn't have the prosthetic on it. The things we do to get a drawing right. The neck's like too long for my liking, and it's just like it's too up. I want it down. I don't know how this would look though. They might just like ruin the picture. Oh no, it makes it better, I think. Yippee! The picture is looking better. We will work with this for now. I think this should be more like wow. Very subtle change. But then that would also result in this being a little like wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And I want, again, his head to be lowered. I think maybe it'd look cooler. I think it just fits more of his character to have it be lowered. But maybe it'd be more direct, like this. And maybe I want to do something with his arm. Like it's covering his face or something. Like that. Really bad hands, but no, that's not my problem right now. I think because of just how it's supposed to be like positioned to be more like this. Yeah. Um, yeah, I guess. I mean, I kind of want it more like inside, like this. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. And his hands wouldn't look like. How do I? Okay. His hands would not look like these. Obviously, they'd be less like a fan fangirl's hands in 2018. It'd be more like. Well, those wouldn't look like his hands either, but we will figure it out. Let's actually just like, fuck around with the body a bit. See how it can look with a little bit of change of perspective. Obviously, this isn't really how like you would figure out perspective for a person's body, but I do it. It works. What do I care? Also, his head's like a little too long. I don't like that. Let me deselect, bruh. I never took G to have like a long face, obviously. So there's that. And then there's Valentine. I want G to be less in the picture. I mean, like, he's great, but, like, we don't need his big, freaking meat arm just poking out. It's a little irrelevant, so I want to focus more on, like, the arm that is in movement. Oh, yeah, that's actually kind of like what I wanted. Okay, so I guess his arm will stay, kind of, to some extent. And this will be what we have. And we'll have Valentine kind of like stand against a wall, I guess. We want them to There needs to be a gap between the two, I would say. Let's say he's the one brushing his teeth. Why not? Toothbrush. Toothbrush. And he has a square face. We have that. Okay. You know what? That's this is looking great. It's not as good as I want it to be, but sometimes you just be in a rut of drawings and you just gotta accept what it's gonna look like, whatever that may be. There is just something about this arm that's really just like ticking me off because I used to have this problem when I was like in seventh grade. I swear to God, when I was like little, broad shoulders with no hump to it, no dynamic, not dynamic, but no shape or definition whatsoever. They used to just be like you couldn't tell if it was a shoulder or if it was a tablecloth. So I want more like yeah, I want more like diagonalists. And then I still want the counter, but it's definitely gonna be not present with how the drawing's appearing right now. So let's say that's the ceiling. That's G. G's not really aligning with the like. I don't think it's just a matter of like. Sure, that works. I mean, I guess. So we have that. That is our first sketch. This is like our sketch. When I draw and when I render, I have like a sketch, and then I have like the line art sketch amalgamate that I eventually do because it's just easier to do it. Sketch. It's good to always sketch something out. I always was raised on sketch first, line art, color. Some people just freeball it, and frankly, I am a little envious of them for doing that because it makes things so much easier. But being able to break it down and get the idea down and then refine it as you continue has always been something that I have done. And honestly, for me, that's honestly better for me. I also have tried to make my sketches so perfect so I can line them out and it looks equally as perfect, but I don't do that anymore just because the line art will always look very different from what your sketch looks. Let's see. Like that. This is awesome. This is sick. I have a light above them. You know, let's cast like light on them. And the door. Why the hell not? Alright, we got the sketch in. It was 5:22. It's been an hour in already. We have one more hour left to pursue. But I'm gonna go use the bathroom because that was probably the most struggle I've had on a sketch in like so long. A sketch should not be like 1 hour long, but I will be back. I'm gonna take off my earbuds in case it catches me using it. BRB. I'm back. I got myself a cookie too. Mm-mm-mm. Man, I love cookies. They're so good. Oh god, I'm just a freaking pig. Type 3. Type 4 if you're sloppy. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I love cookies. Let me clear off my note. Oh, sorry. Let me clear off my notice while I do this. Oh, that's odd. Hmm. All right. It's time to get the show back on the road. I say as if I wasn't here like 2 minutes, like for a whole 30 minutes. No, I was present, but I kind of lost. I Loki just that is crazy. I Loki just forgot what I was gonna say. Wow, world's I must be the world's smartest streamer, to be honest. Da 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 da. Bum bum bum. They're dropping down the beat. Oh yeah. All right. So we have the sketch. Oh my fucking god. We have like the sketch. I'm gonna put my phone down. That 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 da da dum. Um, our next course of action is making these things into people. Or we can do another thing, which I kind of prefer doing. It's making the background. But Jason, you don't really make backgrounds in your pictures. I know. But I like playing with shapes. So we're gonna play with shapes and we're gonna like it, okay? I'm looking on a free ball this picture. I always feel bad when I do because I always see things on like Instagram where it's like, oh, you should like learn how to do anatomy. It is important to learn anatomy. It's important to do that. And I'm like, okay. Oh yeah, they have a point. Like it's good to learn anatomy. It's learn to learn perspectives. It's learn to do your boxes and circles. But I think about the run, and I always think about like, well, do I really want this to be anything? And of course I do. But it's more of like the idea of, I guess, would I really need life skills, such skills to talk about my life? I mean, like, it'd be kind of hard to, because that's what art is at the end of the day. It's a depiction of what I've gone through to some degree. And if it's not whatever I went through, it's always something with the element that has impacted my life. Like for example, the the premise of sorry, that is my family. The premise of what's it called? The premise of the story about remembrance is grief, and I think that not that I necessarily experienced grief like hand on hand. It's more of like the idea of grief. To grieve something that has either long been gone or has yet to happen. I think that just telling the story in itself is a very artistic thing. But I'm also a person that is very open to artistic ideas. So, I don't know. I totally forget that this free transform shit does not like it does not really apply to perspective unlike Ibis Paint, which I kinda don't like I'm realizing. And then I would probably do like a line. Why is that dotted? Am I tweaking? Hello? Why did it do that? Anti-aliasing? Does that help it? No. Uh-oh. Why is it doing this? Is it because of the stable layer? No. This is on. I'm not a big fan of this actually. What's happening? Okay. So I guess we're not gonna be doing that. Instead, we're just gonna use handy dandy ruler. Yes? Oh, okay. So let's figure this out. Where does this line go? Yep. Mama Mel cameo. I don't know if this is working. I don't know if this perspective is right. Perspective? Yeah, yeah. I'm not on my A game with words today, am I? Wow. No. Is this how I want this to be? I don't think so. I'm just doing bullshit. That can Loki work. That can actually work. But I'm a little conflicted by this color. Obviously this is not gonna be like the color we choose, but let's look at some bathroom. Let's look at some bathrooms with color. Because nowadays they just have freaking like white. But I don't think that G in Bedlam would have a white bathroom. If not, well, actually, I think it would just be like a cream color. Because they're roommates, fun fact. This is not a hidden thing. We're gonna actually use our hue and saturation. There's someone who I knew who used to really glaze the ever living days out of hue and of tone curve, and I'm like, you know what? Sure, why not? Um, like it's okay, I guess, but it's not my forte. I don't really care for it. But this is a former friend of mine, so who am I to care? I may want this cream color to come from more of like the orange space. Let's get a airbrush. Yes, love airbrushes. I'm gonna go big with this, and we're gonna go like kind on it. And again, this is just more like bullshit. This is kind of like looking skin colory, and I kind of don't like that. Don't know how to fix this. Let's look at drawings of bathrooms. We, as in me, because I'm on Pinterest, I'm on my phone. Bathroom drawings. If it gives me a stock picture, I'm gonna get real mad. Oh, that kind of is the color I want to go for. That's more yellowish, I realized. So let's try this. Let's try this color. Oh, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Yellow. I'm gonna play around with this, to be honest. Not exactly sure how I want this to appear. But this is kind of like the vibe I want to go for. I wanted it to look a little grungy, so the colors may not be vibrant upon the final results, but we don't need to worry about that right now because we're just drawing a background. We're just chilling. I think that most ceilings are like white, yeah. But they kind of match a little bit of the like the walls question mark. So we may just do that. I'm gonna do it underneath the another layer though, cause too lazy to deal with that shit. This should be like more yellow. I like yellow. I think yellow would probably help us stray away from like the skin tone dilemma. Now it looks like everything is blending into himself, so I'm gonna have to fix that, but not right now, not right now. Trying to figure out like the right colors I want to. I'm imagining this scenario to be from a morning type appearance. So I'm trying to figure out the colors just through eyeballing and stuff, which may not be the most like the best way to do it, but mind you, there's no such. And I'm just like kind of like slapping everything on top of each other, layering it so it gives me like a color that I like. Right now, I'm liking this color. This color is kind of like the vibe I want to give. And obviously, since it's gonna be like the morning, the sun's beaming, the sun is like beautiful. The lights are probably not gonna be fully on. Which probably means the roof, the ceiling would probably not be so bright. It'd probably be brighter though, like that type of color. Oh, that's brighter. Oopsies. Why am I getting like these like I need more yellow. And then I give it a light. The light would be great though because it's not on. Actually, do I like this color instead? Honestly, yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do like this color instead. And we have like this gray light that's off. Probably just be like a little reflection of the roof. So it probably wouldn't be so blurry because this right now just looks like a little like leak. Off light bulb. What does that look like? It's just like clear. I don't really know. There's not really much for me to say about it. It's not a light bulb though. This is like a modern light. Okay. That is not matching with the perspective, so I'm not gonna do that actually. Let's get back our airbrush. I like my airbrush. Oops, oops, oops. Why can't I move it? There we go. We'll figure out the light another time. But you know, there's the roof, the ceiling, and then we have this predicament. Again, I don't know what's up with the shape. I should not be doing that dotted thing that I was doing before. No, it's not doing it anymore. What? I don't know what could have possibly have been, what possibly could have been causing that. But if it's X, it's not my problem. Yeah, so we're gonna have that. I would say I would blur this just a little bit. Why is it also? Oh yeah, but like very slightly. I mean, yeah, we probably like want one end sharp versus the other, and it could be softer like by the ends. Make the pencil smaller. There you go. I think maybe we could probably emphasize the dark on this end because I'm assuming that the door would probably give it a little bit of light. And also, G's gonna be the one on this end anyway, so I think it'd be interesting to give it like a dark shadow around him. Yes. Okay, we have the wall. Let me add, you know, like those things that they have on the top of the ceilings and stuff, or like on the side of the. Do they have that in bathrooms though? I don't know. That's a good question. Um, I will say yes, they will have that. Like these things. What? Why is it doing this? Oh, I'm using the wrong pen, that's why. Oops. This is gonna be really hard to do, isn't it? Luckily, I have the exact thing to fix this. One. Oh wait, let me remove the shape actually. Yeah. Yes, yes. 5. And then we do it again. So this is very obviously not like right, but that's where the love comes in. The love comes in the imperfections that we see. There we go. Yippee! Now we just need to like add like a really light shade that kind of separates the. Why is it so like everywhere? Actually, let me do it on the ceiling one. This is really hard to get the right color for it. There you go. Whoa! I'm liking how this looks. I'm gonna look at this again like a following day and I'm gonna be like, wow, this looks like dog shit. I'm kidding. I am joking, guys. It looks kind of blank, but I'm liking the vibe, honestly. I think that there should be more yellow on that side, though. On like this side. Yes, 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 yes. And I do want to add the door. And the door will be the same color as the, you know, the, oh, so sorry. As the ceiling, of course. Honestly, I don't think that there's really any necessary perspective that I need to change. I just need to angle it at the right end. Actually, I might need a little bit of perspective. It needs to be smaller. Is this working? Are we effing with this? Lower would always be good. It needs to be a little higher though. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I feel as though it's not like fully aligned though. It's whatever. Oh, my Mac is low. I think I may end stream early just because circumstances seem that there's really not much else for me to do, and people have came and gone with the stream. But unfortunately, the truth is that not a lot of people are watching, and that's not a bad thing at all. But maybe the next time I stream, I'll do something fun. So let's finish this up, and we'll call it wraps for today. Um, let's see. I kind of don't want to be too like busy with the details of a door. I do like drawing doors. Doors are actually quite simple to draw. I mean, it'd be hard to. It's just like a rectangle and some squares in it, and then like a doorknob, which is a circle. But I think it's pretty fun. I think they're pretty sick. I'm also contemplating whether or not I would want the door to be open in the first. I think I want the door to be open actually. So I'll have the doorway, like the doorway. The door's gonna be open. In my experience, the door opens outside, like to the outside world instead of the inside the bathroom, which I think is the case for most bathrooms, right? I don't know. Okay, and then we could probably just like, actually no, we'll just put color in this. I'm not so sure what color, so we're just gonna say gray for now. They'll be kind of lame if your house is just freaking gray. New shapes, or new lines. Yep. Just the same color. We'll have like the door kind of peeping from the back. Anything you'd ask me to do. I'm top singer. Oh no, it's happening again. Oh. Why do you do this to me, Irish? Why do you do this to me? Why does this happen? Is it 'cause? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that just happens. Sure, whatever. Actually, no, that looks a little stupid. So we'll just keep it like that. Okay. Let's see if we can make the door. It's like the ceiling and the doorway is not lining up. I guess it's no big deal now. But this is what we have so far, and honestly, I'm liking this. It's gonna be a little different from my drawing from last week, but it's honestly, my drawings have been different for quite some time, so I'm not too worried about that. I do wish that my drawings were more not presentable, um, but more like what I have in my head, because I think that there'd be more consistency in how my drawings look. But we're kind of coming to an era where like I don't care anymore. I'll do something sillier next post when I finish this one because I already have an idea for Jeremiah and Carter. But I think that concludes. I think that concludes it. We will Actually, I won't be streaming next week. I'm going to do a little bit of breaky time. So I might, as in I will, not be there. Okay. I guess this is it. We will be saving this. We'll call it RT, because that is the two letters I just typed it. And I will be concluding tonight. Alright. Goodbye.